We've all been hurt at some point, even abandoned. Many of us have done the hurting ourselves. We get to the point where we don't trust anyone, nor do we feel worthy of being loved by anyone. Then there's that one person who just doesn't give up on loving you. Their love is unconditional. Their love stays long enough for you to heal. And then they promise to never leave. That's love you can count on. God's love.
Hello, everybody. This is David Evans, President of Pick TV Network. We got a hot show for you on Hello America, America's #1 streaming network on Roku. And I have some special guests today that's going to be on today. I have Joe coming on, Joe Metcalf. Yes, Joe is with us today. He's going to be sharing some information. And also I have Brother D. Derek on today. His story is going to touch your heart. So those who are tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, Pick TV Network Channel 1000, and all of our guests watching around the world, it's Hello America time on Pick TV Network. Let's get right into the show today. How you doing today, Derek?
I'm good. I'm wonderful.
Man, thank you for coming on Pick TV Network today. You know, we met at a special place when we were feeding the homeless folks over at St. Stephen's Baptist Church.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for serving the community. Thank you for being a person who gives back. And while you were there with Lanier Twyman, who's one of our Pick TV Network business managers, he told me you had a story, man. And tonight, the world is going to hear your story on Pick TV Network. So let's get into it. And now I want you to introduce Joe. So tonight on Hello America, with you being on, Joe, for this first time, introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are.
Absolutely. My name is Joe Metcalf. I'm an attorney now living in Oregon, but back in the 1990s, I was a public defender in Washington, D.C., and was employed by the Public Defender Service there. And in September, or around September of 1999, I was appointed to represent Derek Perlman, who at that point had been in jail for a year.
Wow. Derek, talk about your dad, man, and your relationship with your dad. Talk about that.
Yes. Like I said, he was a cab driver. Much I know before I was born, he was an ambulance man. We were close. Me, him, and my brother Mark, we lived together. My mom died when I was 4, and my brother Mark was a year old. He raised us, and we did things together as family, made sure he made our life easy, being a cab driver, trying to provide the best everything for us and everything and stuff like that. So, yeah, so my dad was a great man, a wonderful man. I appreciate him. I miss him so much to this day. So,
Can I add to Derek? You grew up in a tough neighborhood, and you and Mark, you weren't in trouble, were you? You didn't get any trouble.
Me and Mark was never in trouble. We never did no drugs. We never got, in trouble with the law or anything. Because he straightened us up. We was always good kids.
All right.
When I hear about your dad, man, being a cab driver, and I drive for Uber, and I still do that from time to time, being a public servant, and also was a Metro driver. I drove the bus for Metro. I know how it is to be a public servant, to help the community and help people in the community get from one place to another. And let's talk about what happened to your dad. So tell the whole world, man.
Yes. The night of September 5th, 1998 was a Saturday morning. I was 18 years old. My brother Mark was 15 at the time. And just the first week of school, I was a senior in 12th grade at Easton High. My brother Mark was a freshman. And that week, that night, he like I said, he worked. He brought home pizza, iced tea, whatever the case was. We went to bed. So usually just me, I'm a morning person. So I got up that morning. I came downstairs. I was a little thirsty. I wanted to get some iced tea. So it's my living room. Mind you, we live across the street from the police department and number 14 Boys and Girls Club, the 60 police department. So as I go downstairs into the living room, The living room connects to the kitchen. The door was closed. So as I opened the door to go to the kitchen, and like I said, I wanted to get a drink of iced tea, whatever. He bought pizza and iced tea that night. So as I opened the refrigerator door, and when my dad's door, well, he slept in the back room, and the back door was open. As I looked to my left, open the refrigerator door, and when I opened the refrigerator door and looked towards my left, and I saw like a foot. Maybe I went in, I saw a pool of blood, and I was just shocked. So I found my daddy. He was murdered. So crying, traumatized. I was hurt that day. So I tried to call now. I go upstairs to go wake my brother up, and I'm like, Mark, you got to get up. Daddy's not here. And then Mark said, what? Then he goes downstairs and found my dad. We both started crying, and we just hurting and traumatized. We didn't know what happened. So as he must have been laying on top of the telephone, because we had to pull the jack from the phone from the living room goes to the back room where he slept. So we had a phone upstairs. So we had to pull the jack from, because when we went upstairs to try to call 911, the off was off the hook. So we had to pull the jack out from the living room to go upstairs and make the 911 call. So when the police and paramedics came over, they told me he had passed away, and he must have been laying on top of the phone trying to call for help, because he was coming up the phone, like I said, with a pool of blood. And me and Mark didn't know what happened. So like I said, the police came, detectives came over, and the ambulance and stuff came over. They took us to the homicide building and started questioning us. And I'm thinking, that day, the homicide building, I'm just going through it. They put me and my brother Marcus in the rooms and was going through it. I'm crying, and I'm still hurt. I couldn't believe what happened. And I know I know in my heart his girlfriend Catherine Shaw has to do with it. So the police comes in. I believe it was the two cops. Detective, I want to say the names right, Detective Linda Fowler and Daryl Richmond. It was a black female and a black male. They came into the interrogation room, tried to interrogate me and my brother for hours and hours and hours. I kept telling them Catherine Shaw, my dad's girlfriend, did it. His girlfriend did it and stuff. And then they talked to my brother, and we were just there all day. And question, just interrogate me. And
Derek, can I ask you a question, man?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember what they said to you about if they arrested Mark, what was going to happen to Mark in jail?
Oh yeah, they was going to put him in jail. So the thing for me, like I said, I was traumatized that day, and interrogation, and they tried to trick me and saying I won't go to jail and stuff. And what I did, I'm going to admit on my part, they tricked me. I did a false confession on videotape, but something I shouldn't have done. And and I want people to learn watching this, this is my story. To me, what me and my brother went through, I don't want nobody to learn what, I don't want nobody to go through what I've been through, and always know your rights, police officers, because what they did to me underage, they false and they lied. And then later on, they'd have Detective Christopher Kaufman was the white police detective. He came in and saying to interrogate me, calling me a lie. All of them called me liars. And I just felt like at the end of the day, those police officers was just lying monsters. They was monsters, and they was dirty and foul. So that, like I said,
Derek, I don't want to interrupt, but I can set the scene even further. I mean, you had just came across your father murdered. You've been interrogated for 10 hours in total that first time.
Yes.
These officers, they lied to you about the evidence, right? They told you that they had that there was blood all over your clothes, and that you were that they had evidence against you. They lied. They told you Mark told them that you had killed your dad, right? They told you that if you confessed and said it was an accident, you'd get community service.
Or they released or something like that.
And they released you. Yeah.
They released me that day.
Yeah. And after all that, and then they told you a story. They coached you, didn't? I mean, they told you what to say on tape, right?
Right.
Yeah. So just to be clear, they recorded a so-called confession, but the confession was only about 10 minutes long, and he was in custody for about 10 hours in total. So that, I think, Derek, I just wanted to add some of those details to explain why it is that someone in your situation, you'd never been arrested before in your life.
Never.
Why you do something, why you'd say that to protect yourself and to protect Mark.
And my brother, you're right.
You had a lawyer appointed to you, right?
Yes, I had a lawyer, my first court appointed named Christopher Swaby, and he I believe I had him for like maybe 6 months, and each time he comes to visit, he's talking about taking a plea bargain, pleading guilty. I'm like, dude, I'm fighting for my life, and and telling him Catherine Shaw did it, look at the evidence. Well, I told the detectives they never believed me. I told him subpoena the calls and the call ID, just everything. And I just felt like after a while, after 6 months I had him, he was no good. And I went, a couple of inmates told me at the DC jail, go to the law library. I want to thank that brother, so I couldn't think of his name. So I went to the DC law library, and I told him the case, what happened, and I think Judge Shuker, she was out to Judge Shuker, and they kept calling her Judge Shuker. I didn't know her name. He just told me the only one was Judge Shuker. So we filed a letter called motion to suppress. I believe that letter on that motion to suppress, they didn't have any evidence. They supposed to release me, let me go, something like that. So we sent it to the judge, and maybe 2-3 days later, Swavey came to visit me, and I told him at the DC jail, he's no longer, I don't want him no longer my attorney, because each time he comes to visit me, he's talking about pleading guilty, not trying to defend me. He just unsatisfied me. So I we went to court, and I saw Judge Shuker, and she said she got my letter, but she told me she had a right to have me locked up till I plead guilty, not guilty to a lesser crime. But she said I had a right for another attorney, and that's when I met you, Joe. You came in, and you was a godsend, and I want to tell you, I love you so much, brother. You changed my life. I mean it.
Well, for the first month, I was trying to get you to plead guilty, right? Do you remember?
I think you did. I mean, you didn't believe me. I kept trying to convince you.
Derek, you had a plea of guilty for 3 years, and you're facing 25 years on this, and you confessed on videotape. You remember? And so I come to see you, and I noticed, it says here when you were arrested, you weighed 222 pounds. You must have lost 40, 50 pounds in jail.
Yeah.
And the first and last thing you always said to me is, I didn't do this, and I'm not pleading guilty. Right?
Yeah.
My
heart was innocent, and that's why I said I thought, you sure did what you just said. But like I said,
for a while I was like, I'm telling my supervisor, I said he's not going to plead guilty, and and so I start digging into the case because you keep telling me I didn't do it. And we remember we hired some experts to evaluate you. There was a whole issue about whether you would waive Miranda rights knowingly and voluntarily. And I'm going to tell you something, Derek, that expert, after she went to the jail and talked to you, she called me up and she said, I'm writing my report. And she said, I can't put this in my report because it's not, what my job is. But she said, I don't think he did it. I just don't think he did it. And I remember that very well. I remember that.
Because I believe the investigator you hired, her name was Sarah. I couldn't think of her last name. She came to visit me, and I remember my jail cell. I'm just writing in the tablet from the time of the murder by being in DC jail, letting them know what was going on. I was innocent of the crime, what happened, and I know in my heart, because I told her, all my family, my friends that knew me, I wouldn't do anything like that, and knew that woman, Catherine Shaw, had killed my dad and stuff like that. Killed my father.
I think about that. Your whole family was told, right, that you confessed and that you were murdered. You murdered your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And that's now. Do you remember? Do you remember getting released from jail?
I do. I remember. It was a Thursday, October 28th, 1999. It's my 20th birthday. I remember it's like it was yesterday. You came to see me a week before. I believe it was Friday. I remember the dates like it was yesterday, October 15th, 99. Because we was talking, and you had to go to, I believe, Seattle for a wedding. And I was saying, I want to go to trial. You said, no, go to trial. Wait till I get back because I'm going to try to give you 35 years, something like that and stuff. And I remember Judge Shuker broke it down from first degree to second degree, something like that, what they were trying to charge me with. And I know you went out of town for your wedding. Like I said, I went to, after I saw you that week, that next week later, the COs ring my cell and tell me I got to go to court. I'm like, go to court? Because I just came from seeing you a week before in court. In my mind, like, because inmates said, don't too much a case that used that against. I was kind of nervous. Someone was going to take me to court, use it against me to give me more time. And next thing you know, I go to court, which is Thursday, October 28th, 1999. Some white lady, I believe, could have been a prosecutor, work with Ms. White of Brennerball White. She comes to me in my ear and whisper and say, you're going home. The charges dropped, was no evidence. And I believe I met Miss White there. She came up towards me. She said something about how the police tricked you. it was my butcher confession and the evidence, and they said they looked in the evidence and everything about, I guess, about Catherine Shaw, what the case was, and I got released and stuff like that from jail.
Yeah, to give some background, about a month before trial, we thought we were going to have to go to trial on this.
Mm-hmm.
We learned that the police executed a search warrant for this Miss Shaw's residence and found a knife set with one missing knife, and that missing knife was the knife found in the backyard of your house, correct? Out in the back.
Yeah.
And so they dropped the charges against you. They charged her, but the last I'd heard of it was that they ended up dismissing the case against her. And the question is why? It's because they built up a case against you, right? So all of a sudden, everything now in the whole case, all these police reports are all about Derek Perlman doing the murder, and then you charge someone else, and their lawyer can say, well, she didn't do it, he did. And so it makes it very difficult to prosecute the person who was responsible for this. Derek, how did you keep faith when you were locked up?
I just stayed strong, man. I prayed to God. I read a couple of Bibles, a couple of books, just keep my knowledge going. And like I said to you, Joe, when we first, after we got out, talked to you, and I told the people that read my book, I said I could have been suicidal. Because at one time in jail, when I first got this charge, I was like, should I live or why I'm here? I didn't do nothing wrong. Me and my brother never got in trouble in our lives. And growing up, we've been fighting with most of the people. Some people wanted to fight us all the time. I guess we were tall and light skinned. That's how we felt being in DC as a black man. That's how, growing up. Then my dad just raising me, and a single dad raising me. And then, I'm in DC jail, and I'm facing this murder charge for anything. And then I felt those monster police officers, Daryl Richmond, Linda Fowler, and Christopher Kaufman, just ruined my life, lied to me and everything. And like I said, man, staying in jail, I stayed strong, and I pray to God every day. And I just know when I went to court that day, the 28th, to my 20th birthday, God saw something, knew I was innocent, and ready to put prayer and the evidence and believe that I was exonerated, and know I was innocent of the crime and never commit the crime I didn't do. So,
well, by that point, you'd convinced me. Right?
I had to convince you. I know I had to convince you, because I know the first time we first met, you didn't like the story was going on with you. But like I said, you stuck by me. You believed you was like a father. You sent me I remember you sent me canteen to get money for canteen in jail. You know what I'm saying? And you kept in touch with me like a father figure. And after I got out, we talked all the time. No, we had lunch before you moved back to out to the West Coast and everything, and everything. And yeah, like I said, God's good, man. I'm here. I'm strong. I'm blessed to be alive. I just hope my story could touch people. I'm glad. I thank Brother David for letting me come on my platform, and you coming on as my, my lawyer to, talking about this. And this is what we need to talk about, because young black men go this all the time. Like I told you before, we had the movie Brian Banks. We had the movie with the exonerated guys from Netflix, When They See Us. I'm in the same situation them brothers had. So yeah, man. So
we want to mention now that you have your story out on Amazon in Kindle.
My book is on Amazon. Yes, it is, called Derek Perlman, An Innocent Man. The paperback is $14.99 and the Kindle is $9.99. People that know me see this, please support me, read it. I hope for me being a black man, when I'm gonna say all color young brothers, but especially young black boys go through police brutality, I hope it could touch you and save your life. And like I said, for my mistakes with the false confession, just don't do something you can't do. Like I said, I was underage, and the police lied and did me dirty and everything. So I'm here to talk about it and get it out there for sure. And I just want to have closure. I just like I said, I thank you again, Joe. I want to thank the detective I reached out to and called me, named Detective Daniel Whalen, to open my dad's case, the cold case, that we can get Catherine Shaw charged for his murder, so I could have released and been 25 years, for closure.
Well, Derek, I want to thank you. I've told you this personally, but you have changed me, right? You were an inspiration to me, and I will never forget you. So.
Oh, no problem. And like I said, thank you. You just been a part. Like I said, Joe, you've been in my life. We talked twice. Like I was telling Dave when we first talked on the phone, You know, I think I talked to you twice, maybe sometimes a week. I know you've been busy a lot in court and stuff and with Cormac, but thank you. And like I said, I hope this can touch Cormac too. And I love Cormac. You're doing a good job being the father raising that little boy, and he gonna be something, man. And like I said, the kids are the future, man. So that's it, man. So
All right.
God is good all the time. All the time, God is good, man. So that's it, man. Just want to show people love and just help people. And like Brother David told you, I went to my friend Lanier's church and helped give away for food at the church. So good things, man.
For those who are watching today, this is a special PIC TV Network Hello America presentation, and we are literally on Roku, and I see people popping in, and those who are watching from Brazil, France, Colombia, Mexico, and Panama, Paris, Peru, Argentina, Egypt, Canada, Ireland, West Africa, United Kingdom, Australia, Belgium. We want to thank you with the interpreters of watching us around the world. This is a special case today, folks. And we have a lawyer on, Joe Metcalf, and Derek, who was going through something trauma while he was young. This is Black History Month. And this young man, we were feeding people at St. Stephen's Baptist Church, 3,000 to 5,000 people every Tuesday. Bishop Lanier Twyman and his son, who works with me on this network, stated that Derek has a story. Can he bring it to the PIC TV network? I said, yeah. We're not going to cut anything. We're not going to censor anything. We're going to let him tell his story. We're going to have different parts to this. I want him also to come back. We're going to take a commercial break. And I want to thank Linda Folk, who just texted in. Linda's watching with us. She's from Walter Reed. And some other people watching us on this broadcast today. If you hear something, you can call the studio line on 202-505-2837. That's the studio line that comes right to us 24 hours, 7 days a week. We don't go off. You want to talk to Dirk, we have this information about his story. And also Joe, who's an attorney on today. I'm going to take a commercial break, folks. Don't touch that dial. You're watching America's #1 streaming television network, PIC TV. We'll be right back after this.
Hey everyone, this is big. I want everyone to download the PIC TV network on your Roku search bar. My brother David Evans is growing PIC TV fans, and I want us to help my brother blow up PIC TV. Boom! Click and play www.thepictvnetwork.com. Bomb.
Hey, hello, and happy holidays to everyone. Hey, I want to encourage you to watch and support the new PIC TV network. It's a military channel on Roku. All you have to do is click and play www.thepictvnetwork. Network. And by the way, great job to David Evans, the president. Hey, man, I encourage you, go do it now. And with that, time's yours.
Hey everybody, we're right back here for the last segment on Hello America, America's #1 streaming network on Pick TV Network, one of our multiple channels on Roku. My name is David Evans, your president of Pick TV Network. Hello America, and we're hearing the story today of Derek, who talking about his book and the story of his relationship with his dad. His dad's life ended too early, folks, and the story of Derek's father's life touched me, being a cab driver, a public servant, coming home to see his father's life ended. And he has his lawyer on today. I can still feel, I can feel you, man. I can feel you, Derek, even through your conversation tonight, man. And America can feel you. And I want us to get his book. Derek, you got to hold up a cover of your book.
My book is Derek Perlman, The Innocent Man. And this is my dad in the back. So please support me. I appreciate if you do. Like I said, it's called Innocent Man. It's $14.99 on Amazon, the paperback, and the Kindle is $9.99. Thank you.
Yeah, we want to get that book. We want everybody to get that copy of that book. We're going to bring him back on our TV virtual book fair. And also, I want to put his dad up there. You know, Joe, you know, talking to Derek today, you know, I'm a 62-year-old man. You know, I lived to see the timelines of my 20s, my dirty 30s, and my earliest 40s, and my aching 50s, and you know, my early 60s. You know what I'm talking about, Joe. And to see Derek come up here today and talk about his dad, my mom and pops are gone. I want to thank you for helping, man. Thank you for being an attorney, reaching out to him, and I can tell you have a heart for him, Joe.
Oh yeah, man, it's an honor to help. I mean, to be his friend now and to, you know, to keep his father's memory alive. Yeah, that's important. And you know, Derek and I, like, it's been 25 years, man. We've known each other a long time. And no, it's been just, there are very few people in my life that has impacted me as much as Derek.
I'm trying to work on coming to see him now, David, for the Easter weekend. I'm trying to work on a flight now to come to Portland, Oregon. So, yeah.
Yeah. Trailblazers.
Yeah. I don't think they play that weekend, too. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I think they off that weekend.
Yeah. That's good, man. And then I want to say thank you, Derek, man, for serving the community, man. You know, again, being at St. Stephen's Baptist Church, feeding people with the mobile food distribution. And it was cold that day, man. But you,
yeah, I had a bundle over there. It was cold and raining too. Yeah,
real cold, man. We were out there giving away food. Now, you also a productive person in the community. You have a job. You serve your family, man. Tell people, Derek, those who may be like you have millions of people watching you right now, and they may be going through a similar situation. I can see numbers that you can't see. But what would you tell a young man who may be in the same situation you was in? What do they need to do?
I'm gonna say, for my situation, if I tell a young man this, I want this young brother to hear me. I just wanted to say, stay strong. Don't ever give up. You know, if you lose a parent like I did, you're gonna go through some ups and downs. You're gonna be traumatized for maybe like a week or two. It can be a year, but by the grace of God, you gotta stay strong. Because for me, if I knew I didn't stay strong, man, I could have been, I probably could have died, been, you know, suicidal and more stress that can kill you. So, by the grace of God, I just thank God, man. God is awesome, and like I said, man, I'm just glad I can touch people. I could save, maybe my story could save people's lives with this. I remember back, we put a book up, David, back in 2016, it was a Kindle called Derek Perlman's Story in Washington, D.C. We took them one down, we put the Innocent Man up. I was living in Baltimore, Maryland at the time, and I had, it was a couple of young brothers that know me on the MARC train in Baltimore. So one dude came to me and got my Kindle. He said, "Oh my God, Brother Derek, I didn't know you went through that." He said, "I want to thank you because I was about to lose my life, lose my son, my baby, do all this stuff. And I was just depressed. I lost my parents." I said, "Brother, don't ever, if you got a son, you got to stay strong. You got to stay positive. Put God first. He needs you. You got to stay strong, because when you get older, you can teach him things you know, when you get older, and about your story and stuff. And brother, if you got a story out there, just share it, and please, you could save someone. But I want you to understand, I'm glad you read my book. I'm glad it touched you. Just stay strong and don't ever give up. And God's by your side. God gonna be with you. Please don't ever give up. That's all I can tell a young person. That's it. Just put God first, and if you got to read your Bible, read your verses, do that. Absolutely. Go to church and talk to your pastors. You go to church. I tell you to go to church, talk to your pastors, and just stay strong. And that Father, Pastor, God will protect you. Amen. That's it.
Yeah. You know, before we close the show, Joe, I want you to come back. You guys have been knowing each other over 20 years. You know, there's a lot of broadcast networks out here. You got an NBC, ABC, CBS, OWN network. You got the big networks. How proud of you to be on PIC TV Network, the People's Investment Channels, on our network, which is your network, on PIC TV Network. And this is going to be another part one. We're going to come back for part two. But how proud of you, and I want Joe to answer, and I want you also to answer, Derek, to be on PIC TV Network. This is your first time on. Talk about that, Joe. How proud are you to be on our network, PIC TV?
We are just pleased to have this opportunity to reach as many people as possible. I mean, it's hard to imagine something like this didn't exist, 20 years ago, certainly. And I'll be honest, Derek's had his story out for a while, and part of the problem is just kind of, getting it heard. And so we very much are grateful for this opportunity.
Yeah, and you know what I love about our network, we uncut, uncensored. We can stream right from your phone, your laptop, your computer to anybody around the world. We're linked in with our network on Roku with 70 million people. We also, again, on our streaming platform, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, and we on repeat. So we can play this until 2025. we can play this over and over. Nobody can tell us what to do. This is our network. And you're talking to the president, so I'm excited. Derek, how do you feel, again, being on PIC TV Network, your network, on Roku?
I love it, man. DC all the way. I love it. And like I said, like Joe just said, get my message story out there. And like I said, thank you again. I'm proud to be on, and some amazing stuff I stole during the commercial break. So I'm blessed. I'm grateful, and I love it. And I stole the stuff on YouTube, brother Dave. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of you, brother. I love you, brother. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm just blessed to be on PIC TV. I had a good time, good experience tonight. Thank you for letting me come on my platform, share my story, and thank you for bringing my brother and friend and lawyer friend Joe. I love you, Joe. Appreciate you guys. I'm so blessed tonight.
When we come back on, we're going to bring on some more folk. We can bring on some more people on, because this story had to be told. This is just one segment, and it can be a series of folks, and then we can chat in with other people who feeling what you're feeling. I believe there's more good people on earth than bad people. I believe there's more people doing more positive things than negative. We have to continue to push the right people on our network that's doing something like you and want to get your story out to the world. This is what we have. Hello America. When I came up with this, I came up with this name for this show to go across America and to go across the world. That's why we named it Hello America, our television show on PIC TV Network. So y'all who see this right now, those who are watching around the world on PIC TV Network, I want to thank you again for watching our network on Roku around the world. I want to thank our special guest coming on, Joe Metcalf, and I want to thank Derek for coming on. Now, we're on Super Bowl weekend, so we got to talk about a team,
You know what? The 49ers, I love Kansas. You know what Kansas City did before? They did good with the Eagles, but I just thought they would go with 49ers. Then the 49ers going to pull it off. I'm going to 49ers for the Super Bowl.
All right.
How about you, y'all? How about you, Dave? Who you going for? Who you two guys going for?
Man, my heart is broken, man. I wanted Baltimore, then I wanted Detroit. Yeah. Detroit was so hungry, man, to get into the big dance, man. But it's gonna be hard to beat Mahomes, man. I got the coach's oil off commercial. You do. Right. Andy Reid is one of our commercials, so it's real hard for me to go get started.
Right.
What about you, Joe?
I'm West Coast, man. I'm West Coast. You know what I got to go for. I'm with Derek. So.
No, we thank everybody for watching, PIC TV Network, Hello America. Again, If you'd like to be on our show, if you'd like to be on PIC TV Network, we open our doors to all of you around the world. You can call our studio line right now, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 202-505-2837. My name is David Evans. And I also want to thank our brand new Instagram channel and our audience, our 4K Instagram channel that we on Instagram also, PIC TV Network around the world. Well, thank you again, Joe. Thank you again, Derek, for being on PIC TV Network.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank
Talk
you,
to you
everybody.
soon.
Keep watching PIC TV.
Hey, John Amos and Casey Amos, my son, here in the state of Colorado, wishing you, David Evans, to the entire PIC TV network. And congratulations to all the PIC TV nominees for the Mega Awards, Gala Awards, and Community Heroes Awards. PIC TV, your future looks very, very bright. We'll be watching you and wishing you all the best. This is a shout out to David Evans, the president of PIC TV. Keep it up. Don't get none on you.
I'm Will Coulson. We're working together today. Train 1206. Is there a problem?
I just don't like working at a damn daycare center.
I don't like working at a retirement home, so.
All right. This ain't training. In training, they just give you an F. Out here, you get killed. Married?
Sort of. It's a long story. How about you? You married?
Got 2 beautiful daughters.
Have fun. What do we do when we get to a railroad crossing?
We have an unmanned train rolling into a highly populated area with no air brakes.
Yeah.
006, what's up? There's an unmanned train on the northbound track.
It's under power?
It's coming straight at us. What are we worried about in terms of cargo?
8 freight cars of hazardous chemicals. We're not just talking about a train. We're talking about a missile the size of the Chrysler building.
I need to know where that train is. We're not exactly sure. You're not sure? We'll find out.
It gets worse.
We've got 150 students coming in on some field trip on track 16. Train that size going that fast will vaporize anything in front of it.
We have been told to anticipate an event radius 20 to 45 miles.
The only way to stop that kind of power, grab it by the tail, gun in the opposite direction. Are you in or you out?
What, you want to kill yourself, you do it alone,
All right, you do what you want.
Wait, I'm not risking this company just because some engineer wants to play hero.
Not for you. Not doing it for you.
This is Will Coulson, your conductor. We're gonna run this bitch down.
Tell your sister I love you both.
The train is increasing in speed.
We're gonna be coming in too hot.
Just lost our brakes! Hey!
Close your eyes if you want it.
You got a real knack for inspiring confidence, you know that?
Hello, my friend. My name is David Evans, president of PIC TV Network. Listen, I want you to come on the PIC TV Network to showcase your talent, showcase your products, or just be on one of our channels to feature you and what you do. PIC TV Network is on Roku, the #1 streaming device in the world. People are watching these products all over the world, and they can see you. PIC TV is the place to be. So I'm gonna show you how to turn on the PIC TV Network on your Roku TV or the Roku stick right now. Watch this. So the first thing you want to do if you want to turn on the PIC TV Network on your Roku stick or Roku TV is to take your Roku stick, right? And you're going to push that home button on the right, okay? That home button that's on the right is going to show you how to turn on your home on all of your channels, right? It's going to take you right there. The next thing I want you to do is scroll down to the search bar. The search bar allows you to find out what's in your television, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to take that search bar and you're going to put in the word the, T-H-E. Then you're going to space. You're going to put a space in between right there. You're going to separate the words. You're going to put in pick, P-I-C. Once you put in pick, then you're going to put another space. Then you're going to put TV. And there it is. It's going to pop up right on your screen right there. Once you see that, all you're going to do is push OK 3 times right there in the middle. OK 1 time. What's going to happen is going to open that app. You're going to push OK the second time. It's going to open that app. And then next thing you know, you're going to see the Pick TV network pop up on your television. Open the guide. Don't worry about the channels or on demand. Open the guide. Push OK again. So the next thing you're going to see is channels come up. Free channels. You're going to see our sports channels.
Mayweather Pacquiao, May 2nd, live on pay-per-view.
You're going to see our music channels. You're going to see our Prime Live channel. You're going to see the Pick TV Network Now live. You're going to see Gospel Life on the Pick TV Network. You're going to see our on-demand channel on the Pick TV Network, our Pick TV Network home channel. You're going to see the Pick TV Network fitness channel. You're going to see the brand new Pick TV Plus channel. All these channels are on your television already on the Pick TV Network. Now, you're going to love it when you want to talk about selling your products or services. You're going to be on Pick TV Network.
Happy holiday season, everyone. It's Maya here, and I'd like to send a big congratulations to David Evans and the Pick TV Network for showing up with positive channels on Roku. Everyone watching and listening, let's help David and Pick TV continue to grow by clicking and playing. www.thepicktvrnetwork.com. Check it out. Pick TV is the place to be.
What is this? It's kind of light. Oh, my body starts to shiver. Worries will, I'm on a high. Oh, I've never felt like this before. Got to let it go.
When you move abroad, there are some things you can't take with you. But there are some things you just can't leave behind. For international health insurance, choose Allianz Worldwide Care.
Hey everybody, thank you for watching the Pick TV Network. You made it through the end of another show. I hope you enjoyed Hello America, America's #1 streaming network show on Pick TV Network. We want to bring you positive programming, positive shows on our network. And don't forget, if you want to be on Pick TV Network, all you have to do is just scan the QR code. Yep, get your phone right now. Scan that QR code. You enjoyed this show? Tell somebody. Look at our repeats once again. We're coming back with some more exciting news on our next segment, on our next show. So again, thank you for watching Pick TV. It is the place to be that everybody's talking about our network on Roku. I want to thank our special guest who just came on, Joe, who's an attorney, wonderful attorney, and Derek, who's telling his story about his dad's life. that ended real early. So thank you again for watching Pick TV Network, everybody. And we hope that you would tell somebody about our network and you will be on Pick TV Network, because Pick TV Network is the place to be. God bless you until we meet again.
You did the two things we always talk about. What's that? You worked hard and you...
Have fun.
Have fun, my man.
It's a real star you got there.
Thanks.
Take care of those hands. They're taking you places.
I got hands. I'm gonna go pro.
You definitely could.
Easy money.
Easy money. Have you ever thought about what else you could be? Go along, son. You could be a brain surgeon. Your hands could operate as skillfully as Dr. Myron Rowe. Or a sports agent, handling big contracts, like Rich Paul. What about an artist? You can be as creative as Brian Blue the Great. The art you make could inspire the world. Son, you can even be an astronaut. Flying in space with Leland D. Melvin. Sure, with those hands, you could play for a team, but you could buy a team. Ownership. Get to wear the rings first.
I can do all that, Dad?
You can be anything you want with these hands.